Hey, how's going guys? This is DG, and welcome back to my channel. Hope you are having a fantastic day. In this video I am going to discuss about top 3 best storyline games for low-end PCs. This games will run on 1 GB RAM and without any graphic card. But before we get started, if you are new on my channel, then please subscribe, like and also share this video with your friends. It means a lot for me. Now let's get started. On number 3 we have Battlefield: Bad Company 2. Battlefield: Bad Company 2 is a first-person shooter video game developed by the Swedish firm DICE and published by Electronic Arts for Microsoft Windows, PlayStation 3, Xbox 360. While Bad Company 2 is primarily a first-person shooter, it follows other games in the series by allowing the player to control certain vehicles, including ATVs, APCs, tanks, and helicopters. On foot, players are given access to a variety of real-world small arms such as assault rifles and machine guns. Players can also jump, crouch, and sprint. They can carry one primary weapon and a pistol in multiplayer, or 2 primary weapons in single-player, as well as grenades and other equipment. Bad Company 2 features a story-driven single-player campaign. For most of the narrative, the player takes control of Preston Marlowe, one of the members of the titular Bad Company. The exception to this is the first mission, which is set prior to the rest of the campaign. Each mission is divided into a series of objectives, often interspersed with cutscenes which simulate the style of war films. While the other members of Bad Company will engage in combat, the game relies upon the player to complete the objectives and kill most of the enemies. Although the player's computer-controlled allies can never die, they cannot carry out objectives. Aside from infantry combat, the campaign contains several missions in which the player controls a vehicle, or mans a weapon turret while a teammate controls the vehicle. So must try this game. On number 2 we have Life is Strange. Life is Strange, abbreviated LIS, is a series of primarily episodic graphic adventure games published by Square Enix's European subsidiary. The Life is Strange games are graphic adventures played from a third-person view. The player can examine and interact with objects, which enables puzzle solving in the form of fetch quests and making changes to the environment. The player can explore locations and communicate with non-playable characters. Dialogue exchanges feature branching options in conversation. In some instances, choices in dialogue will alter and affect the story through short or long-term consequences. For each one of the choices, something good in the short term could turn out worse later. Each individual game in the series features a central mechanic unique to that game. In Life is Strange, the player has access to a rewind ability, which allows them to rewind time and alter the course of events. The rewind mechanic is accessible in conversation, allowing players to navigate branching dialogue options and change the outcome of a conversation to be beneficial to the player. Items picked up are kept in the inventory after a rewind, and changes in the environment remain in place. In Before the Storm, Chloe has a backtalk mechanic that allows her to persuade and intimidate other characters through conversation, with either positive or negative effects. Life is Strange 2 is an exception in that the player themselves do not have access to the central mechanic. Rather, the player, as Sean, must guide Daniel, who has the power of telekinesis, through various moral and ethical choices that will influence how he will use his powers to help or hinder the player as the game progresses. So must check out this game. On number 1 we have Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider is a 2013 action-adventure video game developed by Crystal Dynamics and published by Square Enix's European subsidiary. Tomb Raider is presented in third-person perspective. Players take control of the series' lead character Lara Croft. The game uses an interconnected hub-and-spoke model that combines action-adventure, exploration, and survival mechanics. Players can traverse between the camps and across the island using footpaths, improvised or already available ziplines and climbable tracks. Many of the player's moves are carried over from the previous games created by Crystal Dynamics, with some tweaks added, such as incorporating elements of stealth gameplay. Quick-time events are scattered at regular intervals throughout the game, often appearing at crucial or fast-moving points in the game's plot, such as extracting a shard of metal, and escaping a collapsing cave. The combat of the game borrows multiple elements from Naughty Dog's Uncharted series, with players having the ability to free-aim Lara's bow and the guns she salvages, engage in close-quarter combat and perform stealth kills. 11. Players can also use Survival Instinct, an ability in which enemies, collectibles and objects pivotal to environmental puzzles will be highlighted for players. 12. The game also incorporates RPG elements. As players progress through the game, they earn experience points from performing certain actions and completing in-game challenges linked with hunting, exploring and combat. This enables players' skills and abilities to be upgraded in specific ways, such as giving her more storage capacity for arrows and ammunition. 10. Players can also upgrade and customize weapons using salvage collected across the island. There is also a character progression mechanic in the game. Better items, weapons and equipment are gained as players progress, though the appearance of most of these items is closely linked to events in the story. 13. In addition to the main story, players can complete multiple side quests, explore the island, revisit locations, and search for challenge tombs. So these are top 3 best storyline games for low-end PCs. You can easily run this games on 1 or 2 GB RAM PC. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe my channel, as I upload more of these and even better videos, and if you haven't liked the video then just do it. Meet you guys in next video, so stay tuned. Stay home, stay safe. Have a good day. Bye.